So it seems the creator of the classic TV drama The Sopranos, David Chase, is none too pleased with HBO at the moment. The home of The Sopranos has of course always been HBO, and we are just a few weeks away from the release of The Many Saints of Newark, the Chase-produced prequel movie of The Sopranos. What with the COVID pandemic and the fallout of numerous lockdowns throughout the world, the movie world has been a bit unstable, and we're continuing to see innovations from film studios in regards to movie releases, and in general this has sparked outrage among the thespians of Hollywood. For example, Scarlett Johansson, who plays Black Widow in Marvel's cinematic universe, is suing Disney as they decided to release their films on their streaming platform as well as cinemas, and with Johansson being paid a percentage of the film's gross, she obviously feels she's being robbed of millions of dollars. The likes of Hollywood's top directors such as Christopher Nolan and Denis Villeneuve also condemned Warner Bros.' decision to move its entire 2021 output to a simultaneous streaming and cinema release, with the films being made available to stream on HBO Max for 31 days. Now we have David Chase in on the action, who is apparently furious that The Many Saints of Newark is being made available to stream on HBO Max while coming out in cinema at the same time. During a lengthy interview with Deadline, he insinuated that he wouldn't have even made the film if he knew it was going to come out on a streaming platform alongside the cinema release. I don't think, frankly, that I would have taken the job if I knew it was going to be a day-and-day release. I think it's awful, Chase said, saying that he was extremely angry when he found out about The Many Saints moving to HBO Max. I still am, he continued. I mean, I don't know how much you go into this, okay, if I was one of those guys, if one of those executives was sitting here and I was to start pissing and moaning about it, they'd say, there's 17 other movies that have the same problem. What could we do? COVID. Well, I know, but those 16 other movies didn't start out as a television show. They don't have to shed that television image before you get people to the theatre, but we do, and that's where we're at. People should go see it in a theatre. It was designed to be a movie. It's beautiful as a movie. I never thought that it would be back on HBO. Never. Some interesting thoughts here from David Chase, echoing the likes of Christopher Nolan with Tenet and Martin Scorsese with The Irishman, where these directors have reiterated that their films are made to be seen in theatres on the big screen, not at home with your feet up on the couch in front of your television set. I'm not going to get into the whole theatres versus streaming debate here, but you can kind of see where Chase is coming from, because he's referenced the fact that The Sopranos was a TV show and The Many Saints isn't. It's a movie. It's separate to the show, and it needs to be seen as such. And one way to do that is not to have it shown on HBO like the series was. Chase is good at things like this, at gauging the perception of The Sopranos, its place in the zeitgeist, what people think of it, and what effect creative decisions will have. For example, and I do have a more detailed video on this coming out in the future, but Chase didn't originally want Frank Vincent on The Sopranos, the guy who played Phil Leotardo. He was actually rejected after his audition, and the reason was that Chase felt he was too famous and well known for playing Billy Bats in Goodfellas, and The Sopranos already had a lot of Goodfellas actors in it, and was highly influenced by Scorsese's flick. Once the show had established its own identity, Vincent joined the cast in season 5. So clearly Chase thinks about the viewer's immersion when they're watching his projects, and the film already has a few challenging hurdles to get over, like the fact that James Gandolfini's son Michael is playing the role that made his father a household name, the fact that the movie is coming out about 15 years after the show ended, the fact that beloved characters are being played by new actors, etc, etc. So Chase clearly knows the odds are stacked up, and one of the things that would help the movie establish its own identity and separate itself from The Sopranos is to be a theatre exclusive. But as many fans will be watching it on HBO as they did the series, in addition to the fact that the film is under 2 hours long, perhaps there's a fear of fans finding the movie to be nothing more than a glorified, elongated Sopranos episode. In related news, John Bernthal, who plays Johnny Boy in The Many Saints of Newark, the father of Tony Soprano, has warned fans that the movie will not be like the show. Speaking on Late Night with Seth Meyers, Bernthal said it was a blessing to be part of the project and was particularly impressed with Michael Gandolfini. He said, What Michael Gandolfini does in this movie, and to be a part of his journey, I just feel really honoured that I get to walk alongside him. I think he approached it with courage and real dedication. Bernthal also noted that super fans of the show will be pleased, as stories told within The Sopranos are acted out in Many Saints, but he's also seemingly advised for expectations to be tempered. I will say that it's different, he said. I think people are going to go in expecting The Sopranos. It's not that. I think that it was very smart that they set it in the past, and it's a genuine prequel. You will see that when he was writing this show, he clearly understood the full history of who these characters were. And for the real superfans, I think it's going to be so much fun. To go in with measured expectations is always good advice in my opinion. In the age we live in, where the hype machine for a Hollywood project begins before the cameras have even started rolling, we get images released, trailers for trailers which give away the entire film, actors selling their films as the greatest thing ever during press junket, crazy high initial reviews for new movies. With everything involved, it's no wonder why people are so often disappointed with new releases, which are unable to match the impossible expectations set by audiences due to the manufactured Hollywood hype machine. And here we've got something a little different. People involved with the movie saying it is good, but different. Kind of reminds me of when people involved with Martin Scorsese's The Irishman kept reiterating that the film was good, but it wasn't Goodfellas. It was a different kind of film. It goes without saying that we should all go in with measured expectations. Thinking it's going to be the best film ever made will not help you. And it's a given that with the casting, the runtime and other stuff, that the movie will underwhelm some people, and there will be those who expected a certain kind of film but were given another. In fact, I imagine a huge number of people feel we don't even need a Sopranos movie, and they are potentially going to taint a perfect TV series. And it's certain that this film will challenge you in some way. It won't be a straight-up gangster film. It will depict stories told in the series, it will possibly retcon assumptions we have, and almost certainly make some big revelations. The Sopranos never played it safe. It never got complacent despite its massive popularity as the series went on. It was constantly challenging us, right up until the infamous final shot of the series. Beloved characters were killed off at the most unexpected of times. Storylines ended as quickly as they came, and some, like the Russian that disappeared in Pine Barrens, were intentionally never resolved. Be prepared for a film that will be different. Go in with an open mind, and accept that this is not going to be The Sopranos 2.0, and hopefully you'll come away from the experience wholly satisfied. For more Sopranos videos, consider subscribing to the channel, and thanks for watching.